Now then, so we are here. Well. It's Lucknow versus Punjab, and it's not a great start for Punjab. What's happening here is that Luki, this has been hit by Badoni over extra cover for six. Wow. That has gone for a huge hit there. Massive hit on that occasion by the batsman Ayush Badoni it is, who hammered that one away. So what's going to happen here? It is Lucknow after the end of 13 overs, 101 for 4. They're going at 7.77 runs on over. Remains to be seen how well they're going to look at this score. Well. So then, now, what can happen here? It is LSG 101 for 4 after 13 overs. This is the game number 13 if the Indian T20 series. And Lucknow are buoyed by the fact that Ayush Badoni is playing for them. And he's done well so far. He's batting on 22 of 20 deliveries. He's taken his time. Yuzvinder Chahal is the bowler now, and on strike is David Miller. And this has been a hit towards mid-wicket for a single. And a single will result in that. So then, this is Lucknow versus Punjab. 2 runs taken on that occasion. 103 for 4. It is after 13.2 overs. Miller is batting on 4. It's Lucknow versus Punjab. 103 for 4 after 13.3 overs. What does the score look like? That looks like a boundary. Yes, it does. 107 for 4 it is for after 13.4 overs gone. David Miller has hit his first boundary. It was hit towards the offside between deep point and cover. So that's boundary. Yuzvinder Chahal comes into bowl. And this is hit towards mid-on for a single by now then. This is Chahal bowling to Badoni, the final ball of the over, and it has been hit towards back to the bowler, not for any runs on this occasion. Oh, good backing up there by the wicket keeper on that occasion. 108 for 4 after 14 overs. So, indeed, it is going to get right down to the wire, it seems. Now Maxwell bowls and it's hit hard wide off square leg for a boundary by David Miller. It was poorly bowled. There was short delivery down the leg side and Miller just had to pick his spot there. That's a 4. So Lucknow move on to 112 for 4. 14.1 overs gone. Now, this is going to get down to the wire. What can Miller do on this occasion? Maxwell is the bowler, bowling off spin, using his guile as an off spinner. And this is Miller thrashing this one away, wide of mid wicket. The ball is going to the boundary. That's another boundary. 4 more for David Miller, who's now turning it on for Lucknow Super Giants. As Kela Miller is back. That's what some of the spectators are holding as placards, posters. Kela Miller drilling this one wide up between deep square leg and deep mid wicket. And this time, nicely nudged away towards extra cover, but not for any runs on that occasion. Maxwell and Miller. It's Maxwell versus Miller. It's Miller versus Maxwell. Remember, both of them were at Punjab team for some time together. 3 dot balls in the over. 2 fours, but 3 dot balls. So good comeback here by Glenn Maxwell after being hit for 2 fours in that over. If Glenn Maxwell is going for 8 and over, that's not bad. This time it has been cut away, wide of extra cover. The ball is going to the boundary, but the fielder from the deep, Arshdeep Singh, comes into play. Not, in fact, just a single. The end of over number 15. That makes it 117 for 4. LSG have the final 5 overs with them, and they will really do well if they can get to 180 plus, because their best batsman, Nicholas Puran, could only score 44. Heavily dependent Lucknow team is on Nicholas Puran. So then, we'll have to check. Well. What's it going to be? So, this is indeed Lucknow versus Punjab. Badoni is batting on 22 of 21. David Miller is on 19 of 16. In comes Marco Jansen, bowls it to Ayush Badoni, but that's just a dot delivery. Not for any runs on that occasion. Marco Jansen to bowl to Ayush Badoni. Would request our listeners, people who are watching, people who have connected to comment and let us know your thoughts. Do message, do comment in case you want to join as a co-commentator. Definitely do comment. Then we can send you a link to join as a co-commentator on this broadcast that is coming from Pitching with Joshua. 119 for 4. After 15.3 overs, Marco Jansen bowls to David Miller and he hits it towards extra cover and mid-off. Not for any runs on this occasion. 119 for 15.4 overs gone. Badoni is batting on 23. David Miller is batting on 19 from 17 deliveries. We'll have a look at the scorecard for the Lucknow Super Giants. Aidan Makram gave a good start. In fact, has the highest strike rate among all Lucknow batsmen today, hitting 28 from 18 deliveries with four fours and a six. Mitchell Marsh was out on the first ball of the bowling of Arshdeep Singh. He was the first to go in the very first over. Aiden Makram was the second to go when the score was 32 for 2 for Lucknow. Then Rishabh Pant was out cheaply for just a couple of runs. That was when the score for Lucknow was 35. And this time a wicket has gone down. A wicket of David Miller. That's a huge breakthrough for Punjab. He took the edge, and the wicketkeeper did not make any mistake on that occasion. A big wicket here. The trump card of Punjab team strikes in Marco Jansen. Lucknow lose their fifth wicket, and they are now down in the doldrums, going at 7.52 runs and over. They really need something to lift them up, as they are 119 for 5 after 15.5 overs. We were talking about the scorecard for Lucknow team. Rishabh Pant was out for 2 or 5 deliveries when Glenn Maxwell took his wicket. The fourth to go was Nicholas Pooran after a 54-run stand between Ayush Badoni and Nicholas Pooran. Pooran fell for 44 of 30 deliveries with 4 fours and 2 sixes. It looks as if in this team, if Nicholas Pooran is dismissed, then there is no backup to Nicholas Pooran who can keep the run scoring at a very high pace. And therefore, that's the struggle for Lucknow in this innings. The new man in is Abdul Samad, who's joined Ayush Badoni, who would now really need to press on the accelerator as well as keep wickets in hand, because they don't have too much of batting to come. They have, yes, Shardul Thakur, Digvesh Singh Rathi, but not too many batters who can wield the willow quite hard. So then, what can we expect? It is Lucknow and Punjab really trying to get things moving on this occasion. Both teams will have a look at the points table, how things are shaping up for them. Lucknow is on the third position with one victory from 2 games so far. They're playing their third game, and Punjab are playing their second game. Punjab a very healthy net run rate of plus 0.55. Lucknow have a better net run rate, though. Now, the leaders in this game so far. Remains to be seen whether they will be able to take it all the way for this team. The man on strike is going to be Abdul Samad. Marco Jansen to bowl his final ball of the third over for Marco Jansen. The man on strike is Abdul Samad. What happens here? Oh, he comes down the track and the ball is hoisted away over extra cover for 6. Wow! There was an attempt at catch there by Arshdeep, but that went all right. 125 for 5 now after the end of 16 overs. Abdul Samad with a first ball 6 has breathed some life in the Lucknow innings here. This match is being played at the Ekana Stadium, the Bharat Ratna Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee Ekana Cricket Stadium in Lucknow. Not really known for very high scores, but still, there will need to be some sort of action. Badoni is on 23 and on strike to Yuzvendra Chahal, who hits it, who bowls, and Badoni hits it towards mid on for a single. Abdul Samad had predetermined that stroke that he had to go outside the off stump, throwing his bat at it, and Arshdeep almost palming the ball over the boundary for a six. Chahal is bowling his final over. This is the 17th of the innings. Abdul Samad on strike, and he hits it towards mid wicket, looking for two. They're coming in. No, they will stop from that occasion. Chahal has bowled well. He's varied his pace. He's given away 27 runs from 33.2 overs. Badoni is now back on strike. He's batting at a strike rate of 100. Would need to better that if Lucknow is harboring hopes of a big total. Chahal bowling to Ayush Badoni and comes down the track and he hits it straight down the ground. 6 runs coming all the way down the track to Yuzvendra Chahal. Was Ayush Badoni hammering it straight back down the ground for a maximum on that occasion. Taking a chance, taking a calculated risk on that occasion, but hitting it straight, that is what that went in Badoni's favor. 133 for 5, 16.3 was gone. Lucknow on the charge, and this time Chahal runs and fields himself, but cannot stop the batters from taking a single. The over is now 13. In fact, 16.4 overs gone. It was an 83-meter hit, the previous hit by Ayush Badoni. Abdul Samad is the man on strike, and Chahal comes into bowl to Samad, and he hits it down the ground for a single. There won't be any loss. The end of that delivery. Final ball of the over to come. So far, 10 runs have been scored. So good over for Lucknow so far. They will be looking for some kind of a momentum to go into the mid-innings break. 135 for 5. And this has been hit over extra cover. The ball is going to the fielder there. But after 2 bounces, it's picked up by the fielder Shashank on the deep. A single will accrue. And it's 136 for 5 after 17 overs. Lucknow is the team that were put into bat by Punjab, who won the toss. And final 18 balls to go in this game, in this innings rather. Yuzvendra Chahal has done his part by bowling 4 overs. Now Arshdeep Singh, he will bowl the final 2 overs of his spell, of his quota I should say. Run rate is of 8 runs and over after 17 overs. Ayush Badoni, he will need to bat right till the end. So will Abdul Samad. These two can hit the long ball. These batters will need to press on the accelerator and score at least 40 runs in these final 3 overs. Okay, there's a substitute for Yuzvendra Chahal, and Nehal Vadhera has been brought in to the Punjab 11, and Yuzvendra Chahal has been subbed out. So impact sub in play for Punjab. Meanwhile, it is Arshdeep coming into bowl to the LSG batter Ayush Badoni from over the wicket. And this has been cut wide off the fielder at backward point for 4 runs. The ball will run race to the boundary. Marcus Stoinis was the fielder there. He could only dive, but it was cut quite hard by Badoni. Pinches the gap on that occasion quite well. Wrong choice of length on that occasion by Arshdeep Singh, but making full use on that occasion was Ayush Badoni, who's now moved on to 36 of 28. In comes Arshdeep into ball to Ayush Badoni. And this is struck quite hard towards the fielder at the deep point region. Loki Ferguson. Single will accrue for Badoni. In comes Abdul Samad on strike. The score for LSG is 141 for 5. They need at least a 30 or 40 runs from here on to challenge the marauding Punjab batting lineup. Using the pace quite wisely on that occasion was Ayush Badoni, but this time a different batter is on strike. It is Abdul Samad and is hit it over mid-on. The ball has gone to the boundary for 6 runs, over and over long on. So Abdul Samad here striking the ball big time for Lucknow team. And Arshdeep it is, who's doing his best, but is being ripped apart by this Lucknow batter, Abdul Samad. Now 11 runs have come in 3 deliveries. What has happened there? What a stroke from Abdul Samad. It was wide outside off stump. He tried to hit it towards over third man, but changed the angle of the bat at the very last moment to hit it eventually over the wicketkeeper's head. He was trying to paddle it fine, but ultimately he played a ramp shot instead to hit it in the gap between the short fine leg and the wicketkeeper. What an over this is turning out to be for the Lucknow team. 15 of it already. 4 balls gone. Arshdeep bowls, and this is wide outside the off stump. He's hit it towards extra cow. He's beaten the man at backward point boundary. That's a 4. And Arshdeep is being put to the sword by Abdul Samad and Ayush Badoni. Well. Great impetus and momentum is what these two are getting for the Lucknow team on this occasion. Quite wide open stance for Abdul Samad. The fielder from the deep boundary couldn't quite couldn't quite stop the ball. 155 for 5 it is after 17.5 overs. Still 13 balls to go. Lucknow is going to target in the region of 175, 180. They'll need to get the balls counted. And this has been hit towards, in a very agricultural manner, towards extra cover, but only for a single. So this over turning out to be quite a costly one for Punjab. In fact, 20 runs coming off it. 156 after the end of 18 overs. So Lucknow are still very much in this game with the final few impetus. This partnership already turning out to be 37 of just 13. But Dhoni and Samad, the two of them have tried to give some fire, lend some big support to this innings of Lucknow. Marco Jansen is the bowler who's bowled well so far. He's taken that big wicket off David Miller. 3 overs, 1 for 20. Marco Jansen. The man on strike is going to be Abdul Samad, who's 23 of 7. He's batting at a strike rate of 329. Definitely, he can take Marco Jansen on. He has hit him for a 6. He couldn't time this one. The ball is going to the mid-wicket fence. The fielder coming in from the deep. And only a single will result on that occasion. Marco Jansen bowled that slower bouncer. But it was Abdul Samad who took Arshdeep Singh apart in the previous over, hitting him for two fours and a six. I doubt whether Arshdeep will be given the ball in the 20th over, especially if Loki Ferguson still has overs to go. Indeed, Loki Ferguson has one over to go. But Marco Jansen in comes. 157 for 5. Badoni. Oh, what a take by the wicket keeper. Really wide, way over the head of the batter on that occasion. Wide signal, but I think it was the wicket keeper who really saved Prabh Simran. It is who saved four wides on that occasion. Jansen to Badoni. And it has been hit towards deep mid-wicket fence for a single. The fielder from the deep comes in, mops up a single, will result the end of that delivery. 159 for 5, 10 balls to go. They need 2 runs of each deliveries to get to a score of 179. Will that be enough against the marauding Punjab lineup? They really have a lot of big hitters. Oh, this has been hit. Misfield on that occasion. A single will result. Marco Jansen won't really be too much fluffed about it. 18.3. 18.3 overs have been bowled. Top 4 teams will qualify for the playoffs. Lucknow is at number 3 right now. Punjab at number 5. And this has been hit over extra cover. The ball is going laboriously over the extra cover boundary. But the fielder comes in. And 2 runs will be taken on that occasion. Shashank mops up in the deep. 2 runs taken there by Badoni. The partnership now moves to 43 of 18. Not been able to hit the boundaries in this over of Marco Jansen, who's bowled cleverly, a mixture of slower ones and a faster delivery. But 6 runs have come from the over, and 4 balls have been bowled. Good one for Punjab so far. Lucknow 162 for 5, 18.4 overs gone, and he's hit it towards mid-off, but only for a single, losing his shape quite a bit. Ayush Badoni, not expected of a player who's faced 30 deliveries. Person who's faced 30 deliveries in an IPL innings should be able to see a ball like a football. But Ayush Badoni really losing his shape on more occasions. He's given it now to a more enterprising partner in Abdul Samad, who's facing last ball of Marco Jansen's delivery. And this is hit down the ground for a single, but very well bowled again by Marco Jansen. Excellent change of pace. And a single will result. The end of over and 19 overs gone. Abdul Samad takes a single and goes to the next. He will take strike for the first ball of the final over. That could actually be a make or break over for Lucknow team. Abdul Samad is batting on 26 of 10 deliveries with 2 fours and a 6. Ayush Badoni is batting on 41 of 32 deliveries with 1 fours and 3 sixes. Last man to get out was David Miller. He was caught by Prabh Simran, the wicketkeeper of the bowling of Marco Jansen, when the score was 119 for 5. Abdul Samad is on strike. Arshdeep has been given the ball. Loki Ferguson has not been given the ball. Will this be the changing point or talking point? Arshdeep, a designated death over specialist. And this is sweeping. Is Abdul Samad to square leg for a single? Well, was that the right choice of shot from Abdul Samad? The sweep when the fielder at short third man, backward point, and extra cover were inside the circle, saving a single. Lot of open spaces on the offside. What will Badoni do? He's usually the one who uses the pace of the bowler. Will Arshdeep provide that kind of pace for Badoni? Lucknow is not finishing on a very, very aggressive note yet. 5 balls to go in the final over. Arshdeep to bowl to Badoni. It's short and it's wide. Given wide by the umpire. So it's either slower full deliveries or slow bump deliveries. It's always slow. I think the fast ball is going to be used as a change, as a variation by these final over bowlers. 166 for 5, it is Lucknow. 19.1 overs gone. The final over underway. And Badoni hits it high in the air. The ball is going to the fielder, but the fielder from mid-on will take the catch. It is Glenn Maxwell who takes the catch. And Ayush Badoni suffers. He's gone after scoring 41 of 33 deliveries. He did give some respectability to Lucknow Super Kings, but he could not close out the innings. It was a knuckle ball. Looks like a knuckle ball, really, which is not held up in the proper seam position, but is being held by the knuckles. And definitely change of pace working on that occasion for Punjab as Maxwell takes the catch down towards the deep, straightish mid-wicket boundary. 166 for 6 it is. Final 4 balls for Lucknow on that occasion. And 66 for 6, 19.2 overs. Abdul Samad needs strike. Shardul Thakur is the man who's going to be on strike. Will need big hits from him, or he will need to give strike back to Abdul Samad. This is a very good comeback, a finish by Punjab with the ball. Shardul hits it towards the deep point region for a single. Loki Ferguson mops up a single results. 3 balls for Abdul Samad. He is looking only for 3 sixes. Nothing else will really satisfy his team. Glenn Maxwell took a good catch there on that deep mid-wicket fence. He ran from that deep mid-wicket position towards that straightish position at deep mid-wicket boundary. Definitely. And Ayush Badoni missing out on a 50. Arshdeep now bowling to Abdul Samad. Oh, and he's hit it straight to the fielder at short third man. Caught there by the fielder, and Arshdeep picks up a wicket. So anticlimactic end for Lucknow Super Giants in this innings here. 167 for 7. Another one of those slower deliveries, knuckle deliveries, and Abdul Samad could only parry it towards the fielder at short third man. And Arshdeep has a sigh of relief. The danger man Abdul Samad, after making his intentions clear in the first 6 deliveries, lost his shape in the final 6 deliveries that he faced. 167 for 7 after 19.4 overs is Lucknow. Looking down the barrel, it's going to be quite tough for Lucknow to defend this rather at par kind of a total. They would really have hoped, they would have hoped for a lot more, but a very strong finish from the Punjab team turning out to be. They look for a single. They have indeed taken a single. They've run on a wide on that occasion. It's a wide ball, but they've taken a single run as well. That means they get 2 runs. Shardul Thakur is on strike. Can he hit 2 sixes and take his team to 180? Avesh Khan was the player, and he just ran after attempting that hoik. Shardul Thakur would have made it had the ball hit the stumps directly when an underarm throw came in from wicketkeeper Prabh Simran. It's 169 for 7. Shardul Thakur is on strike. The bowler is Arshdeep, who's given away 41 runs in his 3.4 overs. A review for a wide delivery has been taken by the Punjab team. And the umpires are contemplating whether it is wide or not. It is still given wide. So an extra run for Lucknow. Still 2 balls to be bowled by Arshdeep. Shardul is the man on strike. Can he hit a big blow against Arshdeep? Oh, he bowls it really well. The fielder is there at mid-on and he hits it straight to the fielder at mid-on, not for any runs. What a final over from Arshdeep. What a finish for Punjab here. This time it was a Yorker. Timed it really well to the fielder at mid-on. Now it is going to be go for broke here for Shardul Thakur. 169 for 7. A 6 will take them to 175, which is still a good total, but by no means a winning score. Just about par at the Ekana Stadium in Lucknow, which usually is not known for massive totals. And it's hit towards the fielder in the deep. Oh, 1 run has been taken. Will they come back for the second? Shardul comes back for the second. 2 runs have been taken. 171 for 7 is the score for Lucknow. The end of that innings from Lucknow Super Giants, 171 for 7 at the end of 20 overs. Excellent bowling from Arshdeep in that final over, barring a few wides and the 2 runs on the last delivery. Very good stuff by Punjab. And therefore, it is the end of that over. So, okay, so we've got our first comments coming in. Great to see Cricket Circle 07 saying, just now back from office meeting, can you give brief summary of match till now? Yes, I can definitely give you a brief summary. What I can tell you is that after being put into bat by Punjab, the Lucknow Super Kings ended their 20 overs at 171 for 7. And the person who scored for them was Nicholas Pooran again, but he scored 44 of 30 deliveries. He scored 5 fours and 2 sixes. Then Ayush Budoni scored 41 of 33. He scored a boundary and 3 sixes. Aidan Makram was among the runs as well. He scored 28, gave a good start to Lucknow team after Mitchell Marsh was out in the very first over. Makram scored 28. David Miller scored 19, but the finishing touches were given by Abdul Samad, who scored 27 of 12 deliveries. And Lucknow ended at 171 for 7. But overall, a very good professional bowling performance by Punjab team. Arshdeep and Yuzvednder Chahal led the bowling proceedings. Arshdeep gave away 43 runs and took 3 wickets in 4 overs. Was just a little bit expensive towards the end by giving few wide deliveries. Loki Ferguson bowled 3 overs, gave away 26 runs and took 1 wicket. Glenn Maxwell bowled 3 overs, was one of the pick of the bowlers. In fact, Glenn Maxwell, his spell in the middle broke the innings for Lucknow. He gave away 22 runs for his 3 wickets. 22 runs in his 3 overs for 1 wicket. That was of Rishabh Pant. Marco Jansen was steady, bowled 4 overs and took one wicket of David Miller by giving 28 runs. Marcus Stoinis bowled 2 overs, gave away 15, but did not take a wicket, and Yuzvendra Chahal bowled 4 overs, gave away 36 runs and took 1 wicket. So that is how things went for Lucknow and Punjab. And Punjab are now they need 172 to win. Looks like going to be a walk in the park for them, but for their batting lineup should not be that difficult. Punjab are really playing with a full strength squad. They are playing with Priyansh Arya, Prabhsimran Singh, Shreyas Iyer, the captain, Shashank Singh, Marcus Stoinis at number 4, then Glenn Maxwell at number 5, Shuryan Shegde, Marco Jansen at number 7, Loki Ferguson, Yuzvendra Chahal, Arshdeep Singh. On that occasion, Yuzvendra Chahal has been subbed out, and Nehal Vadera, a finishing batter, has been brought in to the playing 11 for Punjab. So they are already with a default number 8 batsman. So they have the license to go for broke. Questions are coming in. Indeed, the question is, do you think this is a par score? This is par score. It's just about par score. The pitch has not given any signs of slowing down. It's been good bowling, very good captaincy by Shreyas Iyer so far. So what Lucknow should be thinking is, if these people can restrict us for 171, we can also bowl intelligently and can try the same. And that's what's going to be the agenda for Lucknow team. That's how it is. It is definitely just about par score. 163 was the par score in 2024 season at this venue, the Lucknow Stadium, the Ekana Stadium in Lucknow. Another question is, do you think captaincy pressure is affecting Rishabh Pant's batting? Yes, it definitely is. In hindsight, you can say that. But I feel that he is batting. He needs to be batting at a time when there is a little free flow of, I think he's batting in the wrong position. I think he should open the batting for Lucknow team. I feel, Nicholas Pooran, even Aidan Markram, and Nicholas Pooran, they have he's batting at number 3. He's batting at number 4. Rishabh Pant. I think in a T20 innings he should be good. He should open the batting, because the field is in at that time. His daredevilry can pay rich dividends if he's opening the batting, because if he hits the gap, the ball will win in the first 6 overs. So I personally feel that Rishabh Pant should open the batting, and because that's what gives Lucknow the best chance of run scoring from his side. But he plays the spin well, but today he got out to Maxwell. So what do you say about playing spin well? So that is about my assessment of Rishabh Pant's situation. He needs to be scoring heavily, otherwise it doesn't look quite bright for him. We have a very important tour of England coming up. Rishabh Pant would need to be in his prime form before the team leaves for England. So that is about it in this live analysis of this game, Lucknow versus Punjab. For very clean cricket content, do join us. Do subscribe, follow Pitching with Joshua, and definitely we will keep doing more such stuff, more live analysis in the days to come. But that is definitely it from this edition of Live. But we'll provide you all the best cricket updates, clean cricket from Pitching with Joshua. I leave you with a video that we did today for Pitching with Joshua. And this is a video about Mahendra Singh Dhoni that we would want you to um, watch on this occasion. And I will be sending the link to this video in the chat, which is basically talking about, has MS Dhoni, has MS Dhoni got near to his prime?